Hello.
Put these like this.
Remember that one.
Who's yelling that?
Chris. That's the bike.
More.
Defend the Constitution of the United States. An oath that I took as a California man. We are here to defend freedom and the truth of what this flag means, red, white, and blue. I am proud to hold this flag. I am thankful for the Constitution of the United States that gives me the formal legal authority to stand here and praise God and give thanks. Because this is a totally a public hearing, and now for the first time in the history of the world, we will hear the human rights of the native indigenous people everywhere in the world. This is family business. No government is involved. No corporation is involved. Everyone with a belly button is invited. There is only one family of God, and we are here.
So that it's safe until that time? Yes, urban out. Okay, let's get a little urban out right away. It's Cormorant now, so we're not going to be here until 10, but that's when this whole thing's supposed to start anyway. You stand by your stuff and don't mess with it until urban out gets started. And take all the other abandoned stuff. Okay? You got time. You got time if you want to. Where are you? Help me with that a little bit, but not days. Manpower and, whatever you need.
Yeah, I just think 3 days is just too short.
Yeah.
It's cruel. After 6 months allowing people to live somewhere and then giving them a 72-hour notice to leave.
Yeah,
you think that's right?
Transitional.
I mean, just stop and think about it.
It's
think about it. Like, put yourself in that position, living somewhere for 6 months and then getting a 72-hour notice to vacate.
Here's another one.
Does that make sense?
It's all right then, but it's not all right now. What the fuck's up with that?
I'm sorry, I didn't follow the first part of that. There's another one.
It was all right then. Why is it not all right now?
Well, the COVID has ended, and the judge decided that it's okay now to evict.
The judge said that you guys have the right to try to evict us. They didn't say nothing about rip them out.
No, we're not going to ruin the property. If you've got stuff here that you are in.
I've been helping my mom up north. I mean, I'm getting as much stuff as I can, but
no, that's fine.
I can have a heart attack doing it.
No, where are you at right here so we can help you?
I got my eye on it myself. I got it. It's all good. I'm not trying to tell you no. It's just something I got all my stuff. I just want to know how long I'm going to have to get it,
Today?
Yeah, that's what I'm working on.
Okay. Yeah, no, and
We were here all day yesterday.
Yeah, I came all the way down from Sebastopol because I was taking care of my mom.
Yeah, no, we'll help you. There's manpower here to help you move it too today. There was, just do the best we can. Anybody else need arrangements? Stuff here?
Yeah, I heard you were helping Caroline.
Yeah, yesterday I moved a lot of stuff. I moved a few people.
And then she didn't want to move her tent yet.
We didn't make her move her tent. She wanted us to move the bed. We moved the bed for her.
She said you ripped up her tent.
We'll get her a new tent. That bed was big. It was hard to get it out of there. It was an accident if I did. But I'll get her a new tent. On the record. Buy her a new tent. No problem. It wasn't intentional, and I didn't know I even did it. So We're just trying to get the bed out of that opening. It's tiny. But yeah, sorry. We help out. I'm not perfect.
Yeah, you can. Just keep it.
It's been 8 hours.
Thin and trimmed, or you keep it.
That's why I asked you yesterday. If you want help, I mean,
And then you cut it in.
here,
go
right
longer,
here.
then you cut it
Well,
in.
why would someone want help from somebody who's making them leave somewhere?
But I'm not making it. I'm the guy that's the face, I guess. But I'm not the one making the choices, man. I'm just feeling.
You're the one here making
I know.
this
That's what I'm telling you. Is I'm the messenger. I'm not the guy that's making the message. I'm just delivering the message. You know what I mean? I'm just a worker. I have to deliver the message. That's what my job is. I didn't make it. I didn't make the choice. It's not my choice.
You're to enforce what they're telling you.
Yes, I know.
You are not a messenger. You make a choice every morning what you're going to do with your time and your heart.
Right.
And this is what you're choosing to
And
do.
yesterday, I spent 8 hours.
This is
helping
what you're
people move.
choosing to do right now.
Today.
You have a human choice to stop what you're doing. You can walk away and use your heart, but that's not what you're choosing. Don't act like you don't have a choice.
Why are you yelling?
Shame on
Get out
you.
of the camera. You're misrepresenting us.
Shame on you.
Bye.
Have another drink.
Seriously, you have a choice.
Every day.
Yeah, so make it.
But the
You're
most
choosing
important
hate.
choice you
You're
have is
choosing
right
hate.
now.
Every day. Leading up here, I was just trying to help you guys. So I get it. It's a frustrating situation. I can't take that away.
Come on, man. Everyone knows now that being a cop makes you feel like a leader, kind of makes you feel superior.
Not
You
anymore.
understand?
Not anymore.
It's a power, and it's addicting.
No,
Power is very addicting, man.
that was the way, I
understand
guess.
that. And it's very hard to get another job because you're comfortable in your job. You got a lot of power. What, you get to walk around town with a gun?
Wait.
They're unionized.
Are we talking about camp? This camp? Or are we
Talk about
talking
your
about my
job.
job? Okay, well, do you want to talk about my job? Go ahead, talk about my job or change the topic.
I mean, that's the topic.
No, we're
You're
talking
saying
about,
you're just a messenger. You're just doing your job.
Right. I'm just here to try to help you.
What's wrong with getting a different job where you're not oppressing people?
Why can't I have this job?
You think it's okay to make people leave in 72 hours somewhere they've been living for 6 months? Do you think that's morally correct? Do you? Honestly, really?
I'm not following your question. You're giving notice to transitional location. I mean, I don't know what else.
72-hour notice.
Well, Michael, we've been
After
talking
6
about
months.
it. We've been talking about it for 6 months. I mean,
Still, the cops lie all the time. That's just all talk. Now you give us a paper one day, 72 hours.
Well, think about it. You guys got to stay on the first order, right? So you knew that whole time they were arguing to get the stay lifted. So, I mean, that should be an indicator. We all have to pick up on the little things that are leading us to that end, you know?
Who do we talk to about keeping the anchorage? How can you help us as the people? You're supposed to help us as the people, help us keep our anchorage.
Yeah, that's a bigger question that we have to talk about. All the agencies around here, we got to get the RBRA included, and that's not me. I can't speak intelligence on that part, but that is the next question. And that stuff meetings with the RBRA. That's where those questions should be asked, not right now. So right now, no, I'm just saying. You guys want to answer the questions you don't have.
Petty about where we're gonna put a fucking.
Understood, but trying to do that makes sense. Everybody
I mean,
has
really, dude, honestly, you guys are here threatening to take people's freedom away by arresting them. Yeah, that's what you guys are here for.
No, we're not.
You guys brought handcuffs.
We're here-
You guys got your guns and your stun guns, and you're here to fucking.
We wear this everywhere.
Intimidate.
Michael, we wear this everywhere. This is our uniform. You know it. We wear it every day. Wherever we go. It's not why we're here. We're
So are you guys planning on arresting people if they don't want to
keep the
leave?
peace. This is a cleanup effort. This is a cleanup effort. That's all it is. We're going to come in, we're going to clean up, and we're just going to keep the two parties separate so nobody gets hurt.
And then they can move back in?
No, we've set up another location. This is a relocation or vacate effort. That's why. No, because actually this is going to be a staging area for that dirt removal, which is a health.
That's at the bottom.
Right there.
We have a couple of
You guys are worried about the dust over there. That dust is just
what you would be requesting.
really analyzed.
I've been over there when the
no, you can read the court minutes on that one.
I've been over there when the fiberglass is sprinkling down on the
Again, I can only go with the court input, and they said that they didn't meet the criteria for it.
All right, but I'm just talking to you person to person. I was there when fiberglass was raining down on the whole area. You think it's okay for kids in that area?
Right, but like.
Or you think I'm just a liar?
No, actually I don't. What I would like to say to you is that you are in first line for housing when you have kids. I mean, that's where I would say to you is I would get on that because you get housing. There's vouchers and everything for
Well, that's nice. What about everyone else, like the elders?
I can't. I just talked to you, Michael. You said we were talking
about the fiberglass that rains down that whole area.
I just told you you can get housing. You specifically have a right housing.
But what about everyone else?
Michael, everyone else has to go some
everyone else each has to breathe it in and out.
No.
There's not housing in Marin.
No.
There's not housing in Marin.
For kids, there is. They go
For kids, there is.
Yes, and the family that comes with
And yeah, that's there's yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, again, we're trying to solve all these
Yeah,
problems, but that's not why we're here today. We're here today to get camp this place cleaned up so that they can stage and clear that dirt.
Why did he leave this area?
Again, no, it's not. I don't know. You'll have to ask the people that know those people. That would have been something to research too.
Well, I talked to the person moving the dirt, and he said they're going to wet it down. It isn't a danger
Okay.
to
That's
people
good.
here.
Well, he'll be here in a little bit. I'm going to meet him, so we can all ask him, I guess.
Tore all the wires out.
Let it
back
down
up.
so that all the lead can sink to the bottom and go back into the bay. That's retarded.
Yeah, it was. Usually, the best thing to do is nothing. And that would have been Dunphy Park 3 years ago, but
multi-trillion-dollar amount.
that wasn't. Yeah, that was multi-millions.
Well, that's what I saw when I went down to Saratoga.
So Cindy, let's go down there really quick and drop off. Okay. Where's Danny?
I'm a flagpole right there.
You're a flagpole at the moment?
Look at the lawn, muscular.
Okay, keep the hair forever. It looks great. You're giving it to her. Yeah, I'm gonna be a key witness. Try to pass it. I had 14 traffic violations when I was being homeless, and not one of them was for driving. And they put a hold on my license. What? Yeah, that's fucked up.
And one of them was because his address didn't match because he was homeless.
Yeah, that's what I got my license taken away from originally, for not having a current address. They don't like me.
He's not from the hills.
No, the people on the hill don't care. I have friends on the hill. I have friends that live right up there. Long before I lived up there, they're like, what the hell?
Yeah, this is about gentrification. This is about chasing people out who don't have power. Yeah.
It's a good story.
Yeah.
It's been happening all along. It all started when they started killing Indians. The reason they say Black Lives Matter is because if theirs don't, then nobody's does. There's no equalization, and that's the
You gotta start somewhere, buddy.
Like, I'm actually indigenous from California, and guess what? I live on the water. Their rules don't even apply to me. They don't realize it. They don't understand. They don't realize that there's trees around me. So, I don't really say anything because I don't like to bring bad light to people. You know? But it's actually the truth. They never even thought about it. The U.S. government has made trees with my people. Yeah, but I'm not allowed to be out there, am I?
You know, they turn everything to paper. Where's your papers?
Here's your paperwork.
Yeah, papers. Right there.
But is it expired? Did you pay the taxes again?
did.
Come on, man. Where's your
Everything in mine is up to code.
Where's your permit for breathing? Where's your permit for water? Where's your permit for beef for existing?
You need a license.
Yeah. We just passed a law saying you owe us money now.
Yeah, right. There's a new law.
Don't even, that's a ticket.
We got a ticket for that. We'll write you up.
Hey, buddy.
You know, we're just following the rules.
Yeah, right. These are the rules. Who made the rules?
They change every day, don't they?
Who made the rules? People with $50, big money. That's who runs this show. That's who you guys work for. Let's call it what it is.
Excuse me.
All right. Have a good day. No problem.
It's a war on the poor, ladies and gentlemen. War on the poor.
Peace, brother.
It's illegal not to have money in this society. And they don't have any time to, protest, stand up for themselves. They're beat down, they're exhausted. They can barely feed their kids, That's How old is he? Daniel? Hey, this is an 80-year-old man. This is an 80-year-old man, sir.
That's why I'm being
Be gentle. Be gentle.
Exactly. That's why I'm being respectful.
Well, don't shove him. Please.
I didn't shove him.
Please. You put your hand on.
I did.
Yeah.
Thank you for your commentary. Appreciate it.
Let's not hurt him, please.
Oh, of course not. It's not the goal.
I think our elders deserve respect. We should respect our elders. We should respect our elders, please.
Here.
Take me. Don't touch me. Back up.
Hey, Robbie, I'm
Hey.
not
You need to back up.
Get out of the way, Robbie.
Robbie's being peaceful.
Hey, man.
Can you just leave the line back there? I thought the line's supposed to be back there.
We don't need to have any more of this.
Why is Robbie being arrested?
I have nothing against it.
He's trying to keep the peace.
He was trying to protect Daniel.
Right, you said the line was way back there. 5-10 feet back.
Robbie's standing up for this old, he gets arrested for standing up for an old man.
Robbie
Wow.
was trying to keep the peace. Now you took his freedom.
Obstructing the justice. Wow.
Folks, give everybody just a little bit of room.
You
We
guys
let 'em
call
work
yourself
with him.
justice?
Yeah, that's
There's no justice.
Right. You did say the line was 5-10 feet behind where you got him. Or in front of.
What's the problem? No, I know why. You have video. You can watch.
I don't know why.
Okay. No. It's Robbie's business. It's not your business.
Oh, it's our business?
It is.
This is our business. These are our friends. These are our people. This is our community. Are we supposed to not stand up for them?
I can tell you later if you want.
We have a vehicle right here. You just put them in. We can take them out of here.
Here's the He's Brian.
God sees you. You will pay. This I know.
This man did nothing wrong. standing there, protecting an elder, one of our elders.
You didn't even cross the line you were worried about.
You're going to get in the way of the cars. Move away.
Well, you know, this car should slow down. There's people out here.
Seriously.
It's an emergency. They're watching. We're watching what they're doing. It's an emergency.
Everybody.
Let's not shove.
I'm not bluffing. I'm making sure my officers have space. We want you to be peaceful.
See you in an hour, Robbie.
We just have to make sure everybody's safe. Okay?
Make sure all the possessions are returned to him. How about I take his keys?
Hey, Robbie, let me take it.
Oh, yeah.
Cindy will take it.
What did he do? Can you guys share with us what he did? He was standing there and then you arrested him?
Oh, they're not going to give you a reason. They just want to get rid of the ringleader.
Yep, that's exactly what it is.
Which officer was the arresting officer?
Mr. Mask.
Who's the arresting officer?
Sergeant.
He won't tell you his name. He'll only give you his card.
Who is the arresting officer?
That will all be part of public record at another time. This is not the time.
That's a pretty simple question.
He was helping a man in mental distress. Stood in front of the officer.
You guys won't even give your name out.
Oh, we all have our name clearly displayed, sir.
Who is the arresting officer? Is that you, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't see a name on his thing either.
Steve Vivieros.
Boy, he's mad.
Steve Vivieros is the arresting officer. We have no idea why he was arrested. He's standing with Daniel.
Brian,
5 on this. 5.
Yep. Yeah, the police made a line and then they crossed it, and then they arrested him.
300 Locust Drive, we did not get proper notice.
Waste of our tax dollars.
There is not proper notice for this. 300 Locust Drive is right over here with the box truck and the truck. You guys gave us notice that you guys are clearing 300 Locust Drive where the box truck and the red truck is not where we live.
When you don't have
Your
nothing on the
notice
street, a soiled
clearly
blanket
says
is somebody's
300 Locust
property.
Drive, which is over here. You guys are
No, dude, you can't
breaking
throw away
the
anything
law.
that- dude, you better not throw away
Officers, be
anything that's
informed and be
fucking theirs.
advised.
You know, store it all. Store it
Everybody
all.
standing here, Steve,
Okay?
Officer Steve, Officer White, you guys are breaking the law. You guys
Store
are breaking
everything.
the law.
That's all their
300
property. You
Locust
store
Drive is over
everything.
here with the box truck
That's all their
and the
property. You
red
store
truck.
fucking everything.
You guys are breaking the law.
Yeah, no.
Okay, no, dude, I will tell you what's good and what's bad, because everything is good there. That is their stuff, that is their property, you better store it.
That's what they said, all of it.
All of it.
That's going to be a big job. That's
I
going to
don't
be a
give a
big
shit,
job.
dude. If you throw away somebody's property, you guys are gonna be in big trouble.
You guys are breaking
You don't even have
the
anything that we
law.
can talk
I don't
about.
give a shit. I mean,
I got it. I was out here yesterday helping you.
United
What were you doing
States,
yesterday?
you guys are
Nevada holding it
breaking
fucking down.
the law.
Yeah.
Well, we all have our goals and stuff.
Yeah, well, you better not throw away anything.
Understood.
The Lord spoke to Moses. This is 26:52. Among these the land shall be divided for inheritance according to the number of names. To a large tribe you shall give a large inheritance, and to a small tribe you shall give a small inheritance. Every tribe shall be given inheritance in proportion to its list. The land shall be divided by lot. It's called Jubilee. Everybody gets a place to live. There are no
committee prepared to do that.
That is the first law.
Because you don't believe in the law or God. Because you don't believe in the flag. You don't believe in the Constitution of the United States, woman. You have you're not fit for the costume you're wearing. Not fit. But at the end of your life, your career, You will never be employed by the government again. You can't just ignore the law and think because you have a badge and a gun you can do it. You cannot ignore the law, the supreme law of the land.
Proper notice for standing in your way because you didn't like what he said.
Not you.
That is 300 Locust Drive
before
over
the
there.
judge of the Lord. You cannot escape. Why are you being so stupid? Because you can't help it. I know you're ignorant, so I forgive you.
Locust Drive.
You're underwater because you're good nasty. Oh, I can't help it. It's my money. It's my job.
That is where the
Well, my
1976 red truck is. You guys gave us notice to clear 300 Locust Drive. Not where the tents are, not where our families are, not where we live. There is not one tent on 300 Locust Drive. There is not one eviction for the private property owned by Cormorant. There is not one notice for the roadway and public access that we are living on. You guys who took an oath of office are breaking the law. Just so you know, the citizens of Sausalito have just informed you, you guys are breaking the law.
In Germany and the Netherlands, that's called a banner heron. We have the flag of righteousness.
We shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved.
We shall not be moved.
You know, Ken Kennedy, who has lived here my whole life for 52 years, has received a notice for 300 Locust Drive with a box truck and that. Just because the police department made the mistake and got their mail there for a little bit when they didn't have a place and they put their tent here, when the cops put their tent here, one more time, when the cops put their tent here, just because they had an address of 300 and they messed up, doesn't mean this is 300 Locust Drive. You guys are breaking the law.
Please get out of the way.
Just so you know, you're breaking the law.
Come here, folks.
Please get out of the way. Please get out of the way. The piece of equipment's coming through. Please get out of the way. Just ask him to get out of the way, please.
Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nations. That's from Jeremiah 1.
Your safety is everybody's concern.
You are all now trespassing and violating the Constitution and law. Every one of you have now violated your oath to support the Constitution. Your felony is now open and obvious. I advise you to resign, admit your ignorance. Oh no, what's this going on? What's this going on? Hey, what's this going on? Stop, all of you. In the name of God, you want all of you want to be ended. You want to end your career. You will have no paycheck. You will have nothing from now on. Goodbye. Goodbye. You are in complete violation. Federal felony. You have all now violated your oath of office, and we have authentic evidence of your crime today, not only all the rest.
Keep an eye on Daniel. Make sure they don't touch him or push him or hurt him in any way.
You want to do it? You're all in trouble. Every one of you that threatened us, every one of you who touched me, you're all in trouble now. And the best thing you can do is confess and resign. Just admit that you did it in ignorance. You didn't know better. But that woman, she knows better. That lieutenant, whatever she calls herself, you are not even the people of the United States. You have totally warred against, that's called treason. You have organized and planned this treasonous activity to defend this, to defend private corporations, whoever you're defending. It's not God, and it's not me, and it's not the people of the United States or the people of the world. Because everybody's been committing these, you're committing a massive crime under color of law and you don't even know it. You don't know the penalties for what you're doing. I have warned you, in Jesus' name, there is a God right now, here. Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Hear it. If you don't believe it, you're gonna believe it.
Hey, White, aren't you the guy that beat up his girlfriend?
No, actually, I'm the one that got beat up by a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah, right.
Want to see a picture? I think it's pretty cool. cool picture.
Is that for your photo fucking album?
No, for a website. Pretty cool.
For the website. For the website. So you guys are proud of this?
This is to the Sausalito City Council, City Manager Zapata, and Chief Rohrbacher. Dear leaders of Sausalito, we, the residents of Camp Cormorant, ask courteously for a meeting with City Manager Zapata, Councilmember Blaustein, and Mayor Hoffman tomorrow, Tuesday, June 28th, by 7 p.m. We seek to turn this place at Humboldt Street and the abutting properties into housing and a marine service center. We are building the homes ourselves. We seek first to shelter our families and elders, many of whom have been dispossessed by the policies of the City of Sausalito, the Army Corps of Engineers, the Richardson Bay Regional Agency, and the Bay Conservation and Development Commission. We seek to ensure shore access and a marine service center on these properties for mariners. We seek to uphold a safe and healthy anchorage on the waters and shorelines of Richardson Rainbow Bay. We will not allow you to destroy the homes we have created. We demand you meet and confer with us. Your vacate notice lists 300 Locust Street, which is a completely different property than the one we are on now. Your improper noticing gives you 3 additional days to come to an agreement with us. We will continue to build our homes, as clearly you cannot evict us tomorrow if you follow your own ordinances and procedures. With all due respect, signed, the residents of Camp Cormorant.
Thank you.
So all we ask for is to meet with any city official, and they have never met in the many, many years that we've asked them to. Neither with the mariners or with us here now. We didn't come here in a day. It took years for this to develop. Day after day, shore access being cut off, the mariners being discriminated against, every boat out there slated for destruction. So here we make our stand, and we're willing to face off at 10 a.m. with whatever they throw us. So we are praying for peace. But if there is no justice, there is no peace. So that's why we're here.
Amen.
Thank you, Jeff.
Amen. Let's say some words.
The eviction notice said 10 a.m. So we're expecting, at least in this, that the police have told the truth on that detail. That's 2 hours away. By arresting Robbie, you have not stopped this one bit. By arresting me, you will not stop this. By arresting any of us, you will not stop this.
Shut even further.
Of course.
Show it off.
Did you
So,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, bad. We got to pull those just in case.
Oh, right. Well, it's a traditional Sausalito deal when they're coming for the waterfront that they bring a bulldozer.
They're bringing it in.
Yeah, they bring a bulldozer. This was done in the 70s. Now I guess they need some overtime, so they'll do it again. All right, hope you're getting overtime for this. Come on, Sue. All right. Yeah.
Be gone. Be gone. Get
What
out
are you
of here.
bulldozing exactly?
Get out of here.
What's
People.
being bulldozed?
What are you
You have a responsibility for every tent, for every item here, every item here. You now have a responsibility for the camp you
Destroying
moved.
people's homes.
That is your responsibility.
Take that back to your home.
That is
Destroying
your
people's homes.
responsibility now. Power to the people. Power to the people. Not power to the money. Not power to the corporations.
Power to the people.
Not power to the parking lots.
Power to the people.
Not power to vacant land.
Power to the people.
The people have
Not
the
power to the banks.
We must
Power to the
use
people.
our
Not
power.
power to the
We
real estate
already have
companies.
the
Power to the people.
People.
We
Not
have
power to the
power, Lord
prisons.
Jesus
Power to the
Christ.
people.
People.
We have the power of the mighty Father
Power
of
to the
everyone.
people.
There is only one
Power to
Creator.
the
We have
people.
Power to the people!
Because the people
believe
don't
it.
stop,
The Father,
ever.
the Son,
They
and
never
the Holy
have and they
Ghost are
never
right
will.
here, right now, in this family. This is the family of God.
That's right.
That's everyone with a belly button. You happen to be born into the family of God. You've been created to live forever.
Speak it, Daniel, speak it.
That's it. You are created. Our whole family is created to be priests and kings forever.
That's
Male
right.
and female, it don't matter. Doesn't matter if you have a penis or a vagina. What matters is if you love God and you love your neighbors.
Amen.
Love is the law. Anything else is against the law. Love is the law.
Love is the law.
So let's just forgive everybody. They don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what they're doing.
These people don't know what they're doing.
They don't know what
forgive
they're
them
doing.
for their ignorance. I'm sorry they get raised the way they have. I'm sorry they
what
don't
they're
know better. But I pray for every one of them. I'm defending them as well as everybody here.
That's right.
That is why we have the Constitution of the United States. I'm
right.
not here to destroy America.
That's right.
I'm not here to get rid of the Constitution.
Amen.
I'm here to live it.
That's
And
right.
I'm here to practice what I preach. There is
Amen.
one God, Jesus Christ is Lord, Jesus Cristo is El Señor, whether you believe it or not. Nobody could do what we're doing right now except by the power of God. I'm too old to even to stand here and yak. Bless you, bless you, bless you. In Jesus' name.
I'm Jeff. What's your name?
Brian.
All right. All right.
Welcome, children of all ages. We are the Sausalito Sea Scouts.
Tell me your name.
I'm Jeffrey Jacob Chase, C-H-A-S-E. Like the bank signs.
You're kind of the outspoken one here. Tell me.
There's a few outspoken ones here.
Explain to me what's happening. I mean,
This
I know,
isn't
but
one
explain
person.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah. What has happened here is that various people, for various reasons, have gathered here to petition the government for a redress of grievances, a peaceable assembly. It's in the First Amendment of the Constitution, and we've been here for 6 months. We took the spot; it wasn't given to us, but they have taken away all shore access along here and vowed to take every boat away as well. This is Daniel, and he put up the first tent on December 28th.
So what is their reasoning for saying you guys can't remain here?
Their reasoning is that Marinships is a better housing for the houseless than this place.
What's Marinships?
Marinships is down about a mile that way.
It's a shelter, or
it's not. It's a patch of dusty ground, getting dustier by the minute. And full. There's not room for any more tents really, but it's also where the boats are crushed, where the fiberglass clouds come over the field, and for people who are put there because their boats have been crushed to watch other boats being crushed seems a little bit sadistic.
Got it. I mean, I kind of know the answer, but tell me what you want to see happen.
So what we want to see happen is what we wrote in the letter, that the gardens here remain, that the tiny houses remain, that the shore access for the skiffs and the kayaks, for the anchor outs remain, that we get a chance. We get a chance to run our own community, that if people can't help, they at least get out of the way.
This seems sort of a very Marin thing to allow, right?
Well, this wasn't allowed, as I'm saying.
I'm saying, but
they don't allow things like this in Marin, no.
Historically,
for the sailors, this is now almost the 50th anniversary of the first houseboat wars in the 70s, right? Yeah, so it's a very Marin thing for the sailors here to be endangered, living anchored off in the last anchorage on San Francisco Bay, the last free anchorage.
So they obviously have this guy. Whatever they're doing over here with this dirt, I mean, are they trying to tell you that they're developing this piece of land, or
what happened was Dunphy Park was flattened. 63 out of 67 trees came down, including the second avocado, and avocados can't propagate unless there's two. They're like us. And this was in their plans as well for a tree farm, but they spent all their money, it seems. The dirt came from Dunphy Park, is what they're saying. They're being paid now a group is being paid $800,000 to remove this to Button Willow in the Central Valley. And We don't want to, we haven't tested this dirt. And if we assume that there's heavy metals in there, we don't need to be here when that happens. But to use that as an excuse, their own screw up of doing something to Dunphy Park when the best thing would have been to do nothing. And the best thing here is to do nothing for them if they can't help. Actually, the Marinships being over there, we will cooperate in any way that we can cooperate, but we can't cooperate with destruction of gardens, with destruction of houses, and with the continuing lack of shore access for the anchor house.
Daniel,
you don't need to lean in.
Egging.
You don't need to lean in. Spell that for me.
EGGINK. Egg Inc.
All right, tell me your thoughts today.
I am here to serve God and be a living sacrifice for the healing of the nations.
More specifically to what we're dealing with here.
Public hearing to be heard because no court in the land has ever heard the rights of Native people. No court has ever heard the human rights. No lawyer has ever defended our rights up to this moment. So we have to do what they have been hired to do. And that is why I am de facto advocate for the ecclesia, for the body of Christ in San Rafael. I'm here. That's why I'm here. Public hearing concerning I'm here to defend the Constitution.
Are you one of the residents?
I'm the first one.
Okay, so obviously you want to remain.
I'm not moving. I'm here to... I can't leave because we are getting a public hearing. We're doing the official business, the constitutional business, the most lawful thing I've ever done in my life is right this moment. Hey, it's all improv, baby.
Yep.
That's why I call it Thunderbird Boogie, because we are improv and jazz is an advanced language. So we speak the language of jazz and we dance.
You feel like you need to get arrested there. That's what we talked about here too. That we don't want Robbie to be alone.
Spend $800,000 to move the dirt.
Right
there.
It may be toxic.
It may be toxic, right. Now, do you think they would take a load of toxic dirt and put it in an estuary? No, this came from a landslide. They're claiming it took from the shipbuilding yard over here. But it's actually clean dirt from the landslide.
A couple of years ago.
Yeah, there's no lead in that. So they're embezzling $800,000 to move that dirt to move this encampment.
They're counting people. They made the price very expensive.
Almost $1 million.
On a lie.
What happened with
Really
Robbie
hope
over
they
there?
don't break the house because that took us a lot to build. And,
Oh, yeah.
we're trying to create emergency housing for families, and they're going to take them from having that
There he
and put
is.
them
You can
over
ask
there
him.
in the park. Well, it's clearly a dangerous location. To even walk to and fro is dangerous over there. And you're going to have ladies walking after dark. Well, it's true. All the druggies moved over there. And we actually had to chase them out of here. They went over there. Now we have peace over here again. And the town should provide homeless camping so that people who do arrive don't come here and prey on us. They go over there and camp. The town is not allowed to take people and put them in an internment camp. It's not even a campground. It hasn't even gone through any of the procedures to make a campground. So it's actually illegal to take people and put them in an internment camp because now you're providing them, right, some kind of a housing, but they're not allowed to provide substandard housing, which is sticking people in a lot with a tent. So they can't even provide that. They can provide protection for people who are camping, but they can't take the people and make them camp in a spot because they're not supposed to be hosting that kind of an environment for living anyway, especially for women and children. Here we're providing housing, we're building these small homes for these women and children, and they're going to take them over and put them in a tent with all the drug addicts. When right now they have safety and community, they're going to put them over there where they're not even safe to go to and from it after dark. It's an unsafe environment over there. You have to literally walk down like a dark alley to get to the site. You just go down there and you feel like, ooh, creepy, you know?
Wow.
One lady was down there, elderly lady, they threatened her. They said they'd beat her up every day if she went and camped over there. That's who's over there right now. And they should stay over there, and they should allow people like this, especially because we want to preserve the safety of the elderly and the children. They can't do that over there. They're not even offering that over there. They're not even offering what we were providing over here. They can't take people from better living conditions and put them in worse.
Yeah.
They can only provide housing for people. They can't provide an internment camp. That's not legal. And that's an internment camp. I personally had to chase those drug addicts out of here. I personally had to be in this parking lot all night, several nights in a row, confronting them and like kicking their cars and shit and saying, we don't want your shit here, for them to all move over.
Oh, well, yeah, too.
You think I'm going to move over there in the middle of them where I have no control over the environment?
Right.
No way.
Well,
What we're
they got a
doing is
pretty
we're
good
providing
strategy.
services for the public, and they're not. And so they can't take the public away from us and the services we're providing and put them in a vulnerable situation where they have nobody looking out for them.
What are we doing here today? Tell us your thoughts.
Today there's they're dislocating people that are in a encampment in Sausalito. So what happened here is one homeless man set up a tent during a pandemic, and under the Department of Health, they couldn't dislocate or remove him. So when they started crushing boats in the anchorage, then anchor out started moving in, and it became an anchor out camp / homeless camp, or people unhoused camp. So the city of Sausalito right now is currently trying to remove all these tents and all the people here. Excuse me.
I can see those bulldozers. Are they like trying to move you
Well,
guys out?
I asked
Crush
Stacy
something?
McGregor from the Sausalito Police what the bulldozer was for, and she just looked at me emotionless without saying anything. So I don't know what bulldozer's for, but it looks like they're just gonna bulldoze over the structures.
So what's the deal now?
So now they said they're coming back at 10 o'clock to do the job of bulldozing our camp that we've been building for the last 6 months. And now that we have to move everything in 72 hours, and it's just not enough time.
So you guys are not moving today, right? You don't have time.
No, I've been working like all night, moving stuff, helping people, and barely have had sleep, and I'm just wiped out. And now we're just here making a stand to demand more time.
My name is Jeff Jacob Chase.
Okay, so are you leading the protest, or?
We don't have a hierarchy. God is the leader here.
Okay. All right, so explain us a little bit about what's going on today.
We wrote a letter yesterday, and we also wrote another one Friday. They both have the same one demand, to make it really simple, which is that any member of the city government, from the city clerk to the council to the city manager, comes and meets with us. That's all. We're willing to make concessions. We're willing to talk with them and cooperate. But they, as of yet, they have not responded, except with the police.
Okay. So, what do you guys want?
So we want the tiny houses that have been built here, to be moved if the people are able to move them. We want the garden that I planted on April 6th, sunflowers which remediate the toxics as well. I could move them and we could put a garden there. We need the shore access for the skiffs and the kayaks, because that's been systematically cut off from the north to the south, except for half of one public dock. And so people are able to land on this shore. They are not able to land where the new camp is. There's a no trespassing and no boat landing sign there.
So if they give you a time to move out, more than 72 hours? Are you guys ready to move out to the new place?
Well, so we would be willing to move the houses, even move the garden. The shore access as well is very important to us. They could remove the sign there, and that would improve things by quite a bit. So yes, we're willing to make concessions, and they have not talked to us as of yet.
So what is the next step if they don't if you guys don't get a chance to talk with them and they want you guys to move out, they force you, what you gonna do?
We will link arms and protect this place. I vowed that at the city council meeting where they voted to remove this place, and we held it once already. So this time as we've been here for 6 months, we don't have as many people. We have more press, which is beautiful. And that's understandable. This has been going on for a while. We'll link arms, and the people who are arrestable, that are able to be arrested without ramifications for their entire lives, will stand here to make sure that the people know that this is not a voluntary move.
So
and it's a move to a place that's not as good for various reasons that I've told you.
So how many individual or family get impacted because of this?
We have 3 kids here, and 2 mothers, and a dad who you just talked to. So those families, but of course everybody is somebody's son or daughter or father or mother or brother or sister, and we're a family here.
Hey Jeff, can you describe the community here?
The community is a small craft harbor district in formation, which is a way that we're on par with any other government agency like the RBRA or the BCDC or the City Council. And to do that, we have to get the collection of people together and be able to talk about it. And when Dunphy Park was fenced off, as they're about to do here, they were closed for 3 years, and that's where the anchor outs were able to gather. So by the 6 months of gathering, we understand each other better. People have stopped drinking or using drugs. People have made friendships that will last. And it's been one of the most beautiful experiences of my life.
One question. Have they come up with some judge court order in order to somehow ratify the move?
So the order that they gave us was not signed specifically by the judge. He allowed a move. It didn't say a forced move in his order, and we also moved to modify the TRO that legally allowed us to stay here, but that hasn't been heard yet. So we could wait for that to be heard too.
Jeff, did you get an answer from the letter that you sent to the city council yesterday or the day before?
Not only did we not get an answer for that, but we have never gotten any answers for any of our concerns for all the city council meetings that we've attended, Zoom or live, for every time we've tried to meet, petition, and we've done all of the legal steps, and we've never had any consultation with them. They have never met with us.
Their tactics are illegal. That's what you're saying.
Well, we are not illegal people here, and that is the way sometimes we're even described in the IJ. We're people. And so we would like to meet with the people there and talk human to human about this. And they're not willing to do that as of yet. And the fight, no matter what happens here, it doesn't end here. We will continue. No matter whether they take any of our leaders away, we're still here.
And can you talk about how they've been taking away shore access over a couple months, years?
So what happened is they've actually passed an ordinance saying a boat cannot land anywhere on Sausalito shores. They put pressure on the marinas. That was Schoonmakers over there. We filed a lawsuit there. They put pressure on the fuel dock over further and on every place along this waterfront, making it known that anchor outs are illegal people and they are not allowed to land. We have half of one public dock. If you go and visit that, you'll see about 39 boats on a 14-foot dock. Only the anchor outs will be able to cooperate that well in such a small space.
It's a 30-day extension. So Justice Roberts overrides the decision of Judge Chen with Stan Wallach citing eminent domain condemnation. And with that, we would have a 30-day extension and time to review every month.
Do you live here?
Currently, yes.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Chris Windsor.
Thank you.
So, I mean, this is a solution. So they need to review the contracts that they have with the city of Sausalito. And he can override the decision. He can call John Rohrenbacher and Chris Tubbs, the fire department and police department, and give that extension. It's that simple. The solution is, you don't have to get into the emotion, just get into the facts. We're asking for a 30-day extension.
When Officer Steve was here last time, I was here, he said that he was expecting some sort of deal, so
Jeff, what's what you saying? We. You're the only one willing to do concessions and move. Nobody else here is doing any negotiating.
Well, there are,
we want to be right here doing this industry of the small houses. We do not want to be in Marinship. It's an unsafe location for women and children to come and go from. It's got 19 metals in the soil. Every day boats are being crushed and all of that heavy metals and fiberglass and asbestos and everything is blowing on people over there. The very heavy drug element has already moved over there first and is totally already dominating. The ones that we chased out of here because the police said we need to police ourselves moved immediately over there. Now we have peace and quiet, and now we can actually preserve the families and the elderly. So we have no at all idea in our head that we want to concede in any way. Jeffrey's a wonderful politician, but as a group of people
I'm not in any office. I'm not running for any office.
we have no plan to ever be planted in an internment camp. Because first of all, the town cannot provide internment camps. They cannot provide substandard housing. So for them even to say, this is a place for you, is illegal. That we're not telling them to tell us this is a place for us. The public is occupying this public property for the public use, which is emergency temporary housing. And we're supplying that, and we want to have an industry here of supplying that. And we also want to do other arts like building gazebos, building pergolas, all kinds of things that we can sell, which are easy to craft, and then we can sell, and art can be sold, and we can actually have the poor not only having temporary housing, but having housing that, like the little houses we want to put on wheels for one of the women that lives here who has been forcibly moved to Marinship. We've made her that little house, and we want to put it on a trailer for her so she can pull it behind her car. And nobody should be getting in the way of that dream. And that house right there, that's an octagon that could be taken down and reassembled. That's like a 5 to 8 person family home. I mean, that was all found material. We built that in 8 hours. We built this mini house in 3 hours. Nobody needs to tell us they can't figure out how to house the homeless and that they should be stuck in an internment camp because nobody likes to look at ripped up tent cities. We don't need ripped up tent cities. We need little houses. We need people to feel safe with walls where a drunk isn't come stumbling through in the middle of the night and crash through your little tent wall. We want people to feel secure, and we want people to have something that they own and something they can take away with them, including industry.
Amen, sister. Good job.
Yeah.
Preach it.
Yeah. Woo! Woo-hoo! You go, Julie.
So there are some. Guess you just heard the erroneous charges they hit Robbie with. And,
No, I didn't.
obstruction of justice, unlawful assembly, and camping.
They got him for camping?
So Nikki, I have a question for you.
I can't wait, yeah.
When we first met and we were at the Army Corps,
Yeah.
and I explained to you the coverage that's being had with the Anchor community and the lies that are being perpetuated by Curtis Havel and so forth, and you still didn't reveal the truth about the coverage of the Anchor community. Are you still going to hide the truth from the public, from your constituents?
I tried to represent both sides of the story.
I understand that. But when there's corruption blatantly happening and you're covering it, doesn't that make you feel bad inside? Don't you have any kind of a conscience?
You know, it's interesting because the other side says I slanted towards the anchor outs and the homeless, so I don't know what to say to you.
So, well, what we know is that Curtis Havel blatantly lies. We've got some things that are coming up about him that he blatantly lied about. We know that he's gone out and literally taken boats that were being lived on and crushed them.
I reported that.
Thank you very much, and thank you because you did say a lot of nice things. So I definitely want to recognize that. But it's the blatant part that the media is covering
the corruption of the RBRA, the BCDC. They have no right to go out and take property that doesn't belong to them, especially when a woman's husband dies and 2 days later she can't even get to her boat in time for him to take the boat. That was reported on KPIX. I just saw the video yesterday, but you didn't report on it. And that's what I'm hoping that will come out of people like yourself and Lorenzo. I met Lorenzo not too long ago. So I hope that the truth will come out of the media like yourself.
That's their response.
I do my best, Patrick. I do my best.
Well, I know you could do better. And it comes from the people. It's for the people we're talking about. And the people aren't always good because the people can be just as corrupt. We know that. Drugs, alcohol, violence. It's a lawless society in many cases. But nevertheless, it's the media like yourself and Lorenzo and the Independent Journal that really can make a big difference when reporting to the people in our communities, our constituents. If you guys don't report the real truth, the part that really matters, then the constituents, our constituents and the communities are just going to follow along with whatever you, as you're in your position, say. They're not going to know that there's some serious corruption going on with Gold's Band, who is at the top of the chain, that trickles down to Gold's Band and BCDC, and then trickles down to Curtis Havel and RBRA.
I repeatedly said they need to go after the BCD.
Did you know that Gold's Band's been sued by Alliance, which is his boss? I think it was 3-4 times and lost every time, but Gold's Band's so smart, he's so cunning, so good with whatever he does, that he's still in his position. The Alliance has been trying to remove him. Do you know about that? Good, you do now. This is all in the past 2 years. They've been trying to get rid of him, the Alliance. So I'm recording, I'm not recording, it's a live feed for Anchor Out News that I invited you to. You were in, I think, for a couple days. But I wanted to make that point because it's so important that the people come out on top.
Stole my money and my ID right here.
Marinship Park is now full. There are 20 residents still here. There's nowhere to move them. You guys are also acting on a 3-day notice that is invalid because you listed the property over here with the 2 trucks. The big white box truck and the red truck is 300 Locust Street. We are on the street and we are on private property.
Maybe Arthur could use that.
Are breaking the law, just so you know, White.
We have a public information officer. You'll have to get with that person.
Where are they?
All right. It's at City Hall.
Is it Stacy Gregory?
No, it's the mayor.
The mayor's at City Hall?
Yes.
That's who I'm listening to?
He's a public information officer.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any city officials to meet us yet and talk?
Marinship is full.
I'd like to see your warrant.
No
I'd like to see a
talking.
signed warrant from a judge.
They called it action. Steve called it action. Well, you said there'd be action.
Can you present
Here it
a
is.
signed warrant?
Please produce a signed warrant from a judge or cease and desist immediately. You're breaking the law under the color of law.
You are breaking the law. Officers of the law, you've taken an oath.
This is a war against the poor.
You are breaking the law.
Who are you guys here protecting and serving? Certainly not the most oppressed, vulnerable citizens of your society. Who are you here to protect and serve? We want you to protect and serve
everyone!
Protect and serve
everyone!
Protect and serve
everyone!
Protect and serve.
Protect and serve.
I got that, Phil. Everybody smile for Mr. White's camera. While he's on the job, he's also going to be doing his own personal thing, taking photographs, because he's a photographer. So he wants to do it on his own time, but he wants to do it on your time also.
We are declaring Jubilee now. That means that the land is given an equal portion.
It's a portion for this week. The Lord spoke to Moses, saying, among these, the land shall be divided for an inheritance according to the number of names. large tribe you shall give a large inheritance. To a small tribe give a small inheritance. Every tribe shall be given inheritance according to the list. But the land shall be divided by lot. For Sausalito to say there is not a place for a human to rest their head is against every law in the world.
You're breaking the
Specifically the law of love. We did not come to confront.
Hey, it's past. Hey,
we came to form a community.
It's past June 15th.
The community is now in danger.
You guys can take your mask off now. What, are you robbing a bank? Oh yeah, that's right. You guys are breaking the law.
Stacy, the daughters of Zelophehad are right, Moses says. They get an equal inheritance too. It goes to the women.
Stacy.
This Torah is not a patriarchy. This Torah is a real law. And to break it is something a person does not want to do. We here are not breaking any law that's written in this book. And there's 613 of them.
I would like to make a citizen's arrest. You're breaking the law, Stacy.
Still waiting on that warrant. Can I please see a warrant?
Is there
Do you guys have a signed warrant from a judge? Please, a show of hands. A show of hands by the officers here. Who has a signed warrant from a judge?
An invalid 3-day notice. You're breaking the law.
Let's let go, buddy.
Stacy, you're breaking
With warrant?
Officer Wright.
And we know the rules. So you guys, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. Let's see that warrant.
Arrest right now. We're waiting for
Live by the sword, and the gun, and the handcuffs, and the warrants, and the prisons. Set the captives free.
What are you going to go home and tell your kids you did today? You bullied a bunch of poor people around? You kicked the ball down the road? There's no honor in that. There's no honor in that.
Are you going to be social workers at Marinship? Are you going to deal with the people there like we've dealt with the people here for 6 months? Are you willing to do that? We did not get a check. We did not get a bag. We did not get a gun. And we did it anyway.
It's always the same. Just following orders. We're just following orders. You know, the city supervisors, maybe once for a change, don't follow orders. Try to restore faith in humanity.
Peacekeepers. Peacekeepers, not even peacemakers. Where is the peace that's being broken here? Who is not breaking the peace here?
What you're doing is
Who is not breaking the peace here? Who is breaking the law? Every piece, every pin.
Shameful. Shame on you. Shame. Shame on you. Shame. Shame on the blue. Shame on you.
Protect and serve.
We said we weren't going to talk to you. That was Jack who said that.
There's no place for them to go. Marinship is full.
Shame on you.
Marinship is full. How would you feel if a bulldozer destroyed your home? Think about that. Think about a bulldozer destroying your home. What side are you on?
Which side are you on, oh brother?
Side that barbecues innocent dogs on
We shall not be moved.
You guys are on the wrong side of history. This is cruel.
It's also
This isn't going to look good. Resume.
This is also illegal. You're not even following your own rules.
It's a judge, a real judge, who does not make mistakes.
Produce the warrant.
Where's the warrant? Reporters, other reporters here would like to see your signed warrant for the judge.
Think about that.
Marinship Park is full. There's no place for them to go.
Marinship Park is full.
Marinship Park is full. Marinship Park is full. Marinship Park is full.
Marinship Park is full. There's no room there.
Shelters are full.
There's no room.
Shelters have been full all week.
This is illegal. Who makes the decisions here?
Who's deciding where are...
This is illegal.
That's okay. That's what you promised.
there's a clear violation of Martin versus Boise, a court decision made by the 9th Circuit Court of this district saying that there has to be an offer of alternative housing provided, or it is illegal. This is illegal.
Alternative housing is not a dirt field that's painted into 11-foot squares.
And it's also full.
Leah, what did you say?
This is a clear violation of Martin versus Boise, a 9th Circuit Court decision made that says you must provide an offer of alternative housing to displace an encampment. The only offer made is inadequate in the first place. It's now also full. There are still 12 people remaining on site and no more space is available. This is illegal.
Did you talk to someone there?
We're armed only with the weapons of our mouths.
You should check the law real quick. Whoever your supervisor is, you should check the law.
Shame on you!
So it was not actually.
Shame on you!
How much
You have children. What kind of world do you want them to grow up in?
Shame on you!
Park is full. That is part of the criteria for the move, and it's now full. There is
This is an unlawful violence by the Sausalito Police Department. This is an unlawful act of violence. They have no words. They have no signed words for any judge.
Assembly.
You realize that the park is full. Reasonable accommodation requires that they have no place to go.
There are
So who is
no spaces left at Marinship.
Have you been notified?
Well, you should double check. You should double check before you get started.
They have no place to go. Order for change.
Yeah.
Any notice is wrong. Any court, any lawyer, except for Sausalito lawyers, I guess, will throw it out and make you release percent of new people. You're breaking the law.
Yeah, there's nowhere for people to go. You cannot move them from here. It's a violation, a clear violation of federal law. It's unconstitutional.
You're breaking the law.
It's almost the 50-year anniversary of the first uprising of the houseboat people. This will be different. We don't plan on selling out either. Housing for all. English common law. Be gone.
Hey, why don't you quit mean bugging my friend? Yeah, he's a real peaceful, non-violent guy. There's no need to mean bugging like that, officer. What's your name and badge number? What's your name and badge number?
Form a line. Remember to form a line. They practiced. They practiced. All right? It's up to us when we form the line.
Fucking bootleg us.
It's not voluntary.
Fuck you.
I don't want it.
Sick our women on you.
People are not illegal. No group of people is illegal.
Fucking nice crime you guys are fighting today. Self-crime fighters, protecting, serving only the rich people's agenda. Protecting and serving only the NIMBY request from the shore.
Woe to those who put house upon house.
Protect and serve. I would never call you guys. Kids must be so proud of you.
Department of Public Works. That's public. We are the public.
Moving. Bugs in your ass.
We'll sick our women on you.
They're all here at once.
Go.
You gotta bag everything up. You will not choose.
By the rivers of Babylon.
Number 265.
Freedom from oppression.
Carried us away captivity. Required from us.
Sausalito Police Department has recently failed their First Amendment audit.
People, line up, line up.
Shame on you! Shame on you! Shame on you!
We keep the discipline in our line. You keep the discipline in yours.
We know the rules.
What do you need
So do you.
Because we're asking for it.
Every day. We've had to.
It's 2, 3, 4.
Thank you for identifying.
Not for a paycheck. All right, stand together. They stand together. We stand together too.
Now you probably do too.
They stand together for their paychecks. And let's see if it's anything else. They have the choice again.
Where are they supposed to go?
Show us your warrant! Where's your fucking warrant?
Where?
Where's your fucking warrant?
In the middle of something. Ask me.
All right.
Hey, you guys need to get out of here. We gotta go that way.
Okay, form a line. Form a line over here. Right here, behind the concrete. All right, we'll be behind the concrete.
Perfect, thank you.
But I'm saying we're here. You know?
Okay.
Well, you know, if they don't have warrants, they don't have warrants.
Can you double check?
If you want anybody to get hurt, you can still film them. You're right behind the wall there. Okay? Please, move behind the wall so no one gets hurt with the truck coming in.
So,
The people united will never be defeated.
Please. 3 more feet, you're behind the wall. That way no one gets hit by the truck. Please. That's all we're asking, behind the wall.
can you talk to your supervisor and make sure this is legal? Because there's no room at Marinship anymore. So, I mean, without a place to go, you can't remove Can you tell me what the supervisor's name in charge is? I'm sorry? Oh, the mayor. No, your supervisor, the police officer in charge of this operation. This is the chief here right now? We're overseeing this operation right now.
You guys help them out. You're on the same team.
So you should probably ask them
Shame on you.
and make sure because Marinship is full and there's still a dozen people here, which means you can't move them.
This is all about the love of money, people. Even the police aren't even really guilty when they work at behest of rich people. There's a huge organization that has bought that property for business. This is all about the love of money, which is the root of all evil. And we're seeing it right now because people don't matter anymore. You get $60,000 per tent at Tent City from the COVID mandates and the funding that's coming through the government.
No, directly from San Francisco taxpayers. It's not reimbursed through the federal government. This
Okay. San Francisco taxpayers. Sorry, made a mistake.
And there's a current bid for 15.
Hey, officer, get out of my man's face. Get out of my, stop being aggressive with my man. Officer, he's not doing anything. That's freedom of the press.
That's not common law.
Officer, stop.
These are members of the press. That's not common law.
You come out here and just chest up to members of the press. You bullies, you lawbreakers, here with no warrant. This is an unlawful act of violence by the Sausalito Police Department.
They demolished it. They created at least a little bit of a justification towards
Stop breaking the law! Stop breaking the law! Stop breaking the law!
Federal government. Stop breaking the law! From San Francisco taxpayers, this is what the bid's for.
Stop breaking the law!
So,
Stop breaking the law!
These are,
Stop breaking the law!
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 The love of money.
What was that city
Hold your head on the law with greed. You take orders.
Salseros en el disco. Salseros, salsa music Afro-Cuban. En el discoteca.
I have zero rhythm.
You guys want to see how the story ends? All you have to do is pick up a history book. You guys fucking lose, and you're the bad guys. Just move. laughing at me, officer? You think it's funny? You think this shit's funny? Wipe that grin off your face. Nothing about this is funny. It's a crime against humanity.
I've been hoping for time.
It is needed.
My dad's.
Stop smiling, mustache! That's right, walk away! You should be ashamed of yourself!
Reasonable accommodation is provided. That's not fine. But it's full. The park.
What is that pack?
But that park that they're offering is
Does
full.
that pack have any? Were you a police officer in the UK as well? Did you guys do sweeps in the UK as well? So you just do them out here? Yeah. How do you feel about these sweeps? I mean, you see that there's camps here, you see that there's people living here, and you're taking away a valuable resource such as this. A porta potty in the sea. So is this because the pandemic's eventually over?
Yeah, there's still at least 12 people in this camp, and there's no alternative location for them to go to.
So yeah,
We'll find it. We'll figure it out.
well, it needs to happen before this.
Right, before you remove people, you're supposed to have somewhere for them to go.
From you.
Promise.
Well, it's not, but the police promises, and all due respect.
Yeah, you
you're
barely
the
wanted to
person.
give us your badge number. Now you want to give us a promise? I gave you my badge number. Yeah, after we had. Well, I can't direct traffic.
I'm sure your promise as a person is good, but as a police officer, I know it's not.
Same, doesn't change.
Because police lie all the time. I mean, it's just, it does
Come now,
happen.
you rich.
And once you
Sit
move
down
people
for the
out,
injuries that are coming upon you. Your riches have rotted in your garments of moth and sin. Your gold and silver have corroded and are corroding.
I thought you guys were just taking the dirt pile, not the camp. No, that's why we're here today.
You have laid up
So why is there not going to be no more camp?
to destroy people's home when they have no place to
Wait,
move.
why did you say there was
Are you going to let them stay at your house? On your front lawn? Where are they going to stay? You promise?
Whew, that's usually their argument.
She said she promises. There's no place for them. Are you guys offering up a place on your couch? There's no place for them. She just promised. Making promises at the end of the bayonet. You know? The ring's pretty hollow.
Oh, well, yeah.
She promised.
Just walk the plank, you'll be fine.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I'll throw a lifesaver after
I
that.
promise. Yeah, just walk down this plank. I promise you'll be okay. There's sharks circling. Don't worry about it.
Oh, they're herbivores.
Yeah, right. Trust me. Promise.
Yeah. They only eat algae.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to want to double check. You know, like make sure what they're doing is legal and constitutional.
Well, the guy in charge here says
Would you
talk to
please?
the mayor. I mean,
I know, yeah, no, they've given bullshit. They're not gonna go and ask their boss. They're giving you bullshit, and that's what's wrong, dude. You say it, you should mean it.
Well, they don't care that they're upholding the law. There's no honor in this job. I mean, there's no honor. If you're serious about upholding the law, you have honor and realize that the circumstances have changed. There's no place for them.
Fact.
You're not being honorable.
Yep, they should double check. They probably won't, though. They're already deciding. Hopefully we can get millions off of this. Well,
that's why they're, they know they have the backing of.
No, well, I mean, when you're clearly unconstitutional and you've been given opportunity to correct and remedy that situation, yet you're still willful about it, that's a lawsuit, man.
It should be, but it's easy to bully people. It's harder to challenge the people up the ladder.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It might take a couple years, but it still happens. All those, police brutality cases, even though they claim they're completely innocent, they still pay. So they can say whatever they want to. We already know what's going to happen. I mean, they should have the sense to ask their boss and go, should you be making me do this?
These guys should ask themselves why they're here pushing around the people with the least amount of power. It's like, is that their job? Is that why you become a police officer? To bully people who don't have power.
Oh, yeah.
It's really...
Well, they're not going to pick on anybody in a house.
Right, absolutely. Punching down. punching down.
You know, this is loitering and trespassing and tipping. It's all racist, man.
Yeah, no, it is. Classist.
We shall not be broken by the trees, planted by the water. All right, Satan is a liar. We shall not be moved. Satan is a liar.
Pueblo, unido, vamos más unidos.
Hey, don't threaten him. Do not threaten a member of the press. First Amendment. Hey, do not threaten a member of the press. Leave him alone. Let him be. We are not in secret court. We are not in a jail cell yet.
You're a fucking bully!
You're a fucking
bully! Fuck you! You can't do! Do you hear
what they have.
You look like the fucking type! You're ashamed of that star! You're ashamed of that star! You're ashamed of police everywhere! You get police by the hand! You're a fucking bully! Fuck you!
That's what it is! That's what it is! Their money! It's the money! It's the money!
Fuck you, you
We did not want to talk to you today! I'm gonna get hurt! He says I'm gonna get hurt! Well, you know what? This press will die! Okay? That's what happens to all of us!
Fuck you! Fuck you!
Hey, we know these people! We've got it!
Back up! Fuck you! You're a disgrace!
We'll stick our women
on you! Disgrace! Why are you making sickness
The Marinship court is full! They have no solution at all except for force! They have no
You want a race?
win except for their guns and their tasers and their handcuffs and their warrants!
Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Yeah, you can have a lot of
The people united shall never be defeated! 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 Isn't gonna help! We don't have leaders like that! We don't need that! What have you done for good today? What piece of garbage have you picked up today? What smile did you give a friend? When did you care about your fellow man or woman?
Who's the one having sex on duty? Who is that?
Padilla, the thief that robbed me.
Having sex
right here in this parking
on
lot.
our tax dollars. We're paying for you to have
criminal
sex.
with a badge.
Oh, and you support that. How much do you have to take it, sweetie, when you're alone? Uh-huh. Yeah, right into the patriarchy you go, bitch.
Why are you guys smiling? Why are you smiling? Explain to me why you're smiling! They're getting overtime.
But there's nothing we can do.
Do they care?
No, there's something.
They can care now. They can decide no matter what they did yesterday.
Hard at work. Here, baby. All of this?
Why are we here and why are you there? They're just following orders, Jeff. Following orders. Well, there are many times the orders are inhumane and not to be followed. An unjust law is no law at all. That's not law and order. That's law and disorder.
Reasonable accommodation has not been provided. Let's be clear. Let's make that very
Martin
clear.
versus Boise.
It has not been provided. This is not a legal eviction. Until it's offered, it is not an illegal eviction.
Edward Chen did not say use force in the move. He's not going to be too happy about it. Still waiting on that warrant? He already ruled for us. First civil rights victory since Thurgood Marshall and Marinship desegregated was right here. Right here. And then we lost one. So now we're tied. This is the rubber match.
Just for you. Biology. Check it out.
Just following orders. Orders for gentrification.
First thing the National Socialist government in Germany in the 30s did to experiment with what the people could take was to take their so-called mentally ill. Asperger's syndrome was invented by a Nazi doctor and put them in internment camps. See if the people were okay with that.
Same piece.
And then after that,
because I have it, right
socialists
there. You're being drunk
and communists.
You piece of shit.
Go out here making false arrests.
And then after that,
following up on false police reports by the harbor master and arrested good, peace-loving citizens. What kind of shit is that? That's what you do? That's what you do with taxpayer money? It's shameful.
how much money does a police department in Sausalito get as a percentage of the budget?
Like call the judges.
With the fire department, it's half.
Get the judge to pull.
It's half. Where have they spent money on helping the Anchorage or the houseless?
They line their own pockets with all that money.
There's a community center and free food banks in Marin City with a third of the population. Here, there is no community center, no food banks, except for right now that you want to destroy.
Hey,
What a disgraceful waste of taxpayer money in the third wealthiest county in North America. Isn't that you guys figured this shit out? Shameful!
Fucking bitch.
You sadistic fuck.
Big
I'm
time.
saying,
Big time. Look how much he's enjoying it. He's fucking sick.
Wipe that smile off your face! It's shameful! You're a stain!
these are the most vulnerable people in the county. These are your daughters and sons. They came from here. It was untrue in their modification order that these people came from outside. They're right here. They've lived here probably their whole lives. Like Michael Ortega. I haven't been here. I came from Detroit. Outside agitator. 4 boats ago. Beginning of the 21st century.
Where's your warrant?
Hey,
Still need to see that warrant. Do you have a warrant?
You want to help Daniel get out there?
I have a warrant.
Who's in charge here? Do you have a
Offered
warrant?
housing to all these people.
Robbie,
You have offered housing
Have you given
to Michael and his family.
I don't think.
Yeah, so they're putting fencing in the back. Violation of their restraining order.
Hey, they're putting up fencing around the backside in violation of the restraining order. So if folks want to split off and go over there, they're putting up fencing in the back.
Habeas corpus is history.
okay. All right. All right, I'll get you a picture. Thanks.
Fencing off.
I need a picture.
Of this?
No, Marinship being full.
Okay.
We know how it happened. We can figure out why, too.
What did he say besides that?
That was money.
He said he just needs
That was
evidence. If he's got clear
Okay.
evidence, then
That was a
help.
toxic word file. So the best thing is often to do nothing. Nothing. I'm pretty good at it.
Camera scumbag. Fucking thief, dude. Straight up fucking robbed me like a fucking street punk. What are you, addicted to drugs? Little girls, little boys, what is it?
Surveying already. You guys are still going forward with it. Have you talked to the city attorney? Make sure what you're doing is legal because Marinship is full.
What's his number?
Hey, that's his house. That's his house. He can go back there. That's his house. Stop touching him, officer. Officer, don't put your hands on that man.
Steve, what?
That's
right. You're famous. You're famous.
Officer, don't put your hands on that man.
On your face.
He's not doing anything wrong.
Wasting money.
You're the only one breaking laws.
Good.
Just like Jericho.
You're famous.
Thank you.
Maybe they're just putting up a fence so that they can arrest people for taking it down.
So we're gonna craft.
You should call the city attorney. Marinship is full.
Stacy, are you in charge? Officer, are you in charge? We still need to see that sign. Why? You're breaking the law. You guys are going to be held accountable for this one way or the other.
Go verify Marinship is full, because it is.
Oh, no, don't worry. Of course I will. 100%.
Where do you want the people to go at Marinship this fall.
Right. Where are they supposed to go? Do you have a
They
location?
don't know, they're just following orders.
Of course not. No, they have a right to remain silent, so they're going to use it.
There's a lot of questions. It's hard to answer all of them. No, sorry.
Well, we just have one simple one. Where are people supposed to go?
Watch out here, Rick.
Right,
Something
and
wrong
when
with
you're
that guy.
shrugging, that gives the answer.
He's a public information officer for that information.
Wrong. Wrong.
Wrong. There they go with more lies.
Right.
Hall, I just said.
Go talk to my boss. I just follow orders.
The days that you
Please
guys
go
are
ask
doing
the
whatever
boss.
you want,
Please
getting
go
away
ask
with
the
it are
boss.
over, guys. They're coming to an end, and you better get with the program.
You didn't bring the only person that's capable of sharing information.
Yeah, you don't bring
Right.
them to the scene. It's not.
And you already know the mayor's not going to answer our calls.
There is only
They'll
one
answer your
race,
call, but they're not going to
Maybe you should bring them to the scene.
brothers and sisters.
There's a reason why you don't.
Where the paycheck is coming
There would be
from.
no dialogue that way.
A person does not want to hurt their brothers and sisters.
There's no dialogue
the
when you
one
come
law.
to arrest people.
Right, and just say, go talk to the hand.
Here comes the fence. They're fencing us in. A concentration
I've been arrested for
Fencing
sleeping
us
in this
in like
video.
cattle.
Here we go.
There's money being made for each panel of this fence, for each prisoner.
So much money!
For each person made homeless.
You must
By
suffer your
laws
days for it.
and
Show of hands,
sweeps.
how many kept living homeless by being robbed?
There's still a dozen people.
Coming up.
Show of hands. This is
Concentration
proof how many of you
camp
live in this
is
camp.
being built. Because the drone ran out of juice.
Well, a lot of them are over there.
How many people live here? I mean, this guy, yeah.
Right, but it's full over there
We're
now.
not divided.
These are our
We
friends.
can't be divided. We're not dividing Sausalito waters from county waters here. Okay, we're one people. One people, one race. Never to be divided. The people united shall never be divided. Okay. So.
You know, it's crowded over there now.
Yeah, I know.
Here it comes. The fence is coming
whether
up. The concentration camp is being built. They have concentrated all the anchor outs and homeless people in this area, and now they're shooting at us like proverbial ducks. Here comes the fence.
Like they did Run Girl.
That's it.
Shot and killed an innocent dog on a boat and then watched it burn to death for 18 minutes. That was the sheriff's department, though.
Yeah.
But they all work together and follow orders.
You're not cops, you're stewards of gentrification.
No, it was Michael Ortega. They fucking said they were worried about their safety, so they shot before it came down.
Stewards of gentrification. And the police departments, which are nothing but Pinkerton guards. All of you cops are nothing but Pinkerton guards working for the rich. Join us. Join us in this peasant revolt. We're tired of being pushed around. We're tired of being homeless. We're tired of living on the water. Decades and decades and decades without help. We're tired. We don't need to be pushed around no more. No more. We shall not be moved. We'll take you all down politically. You'll be working at the Humane Society, hopefully in a no-kill one. And all your reputations will be ruined and soiled, and you'll never be able to tell your grandchildren that you helped solve the homeless problem. The homeless are tired.
Gotta press the trigger.
What happened? The homeless are tired. We're tired. I've been anchored out on the bay longer than anybody that I know of. Decades. And nobody's came to help us. They give us promises of land. But there is no land. This is the only land we have. This is it. The anchor outs, the waterfront community has taken this land. This land is our land. This land is your land. From the redwood forest to the New York Harbor. For we shall not be moved. These people want gardens. Look at this garden over here. All they want is land. They say there is no land.
We say there is land for us. Yes, and we've made a landing.
And water.
We've made a landing.
Water, right there.
The Marines have landed, and there's a water source here.
Right there.
There ain't no turning back. You can't turn the tide back. Oh, you poor police officers, you Pinkerton guards. I hold the record for being arrested by you. Hey, Robbie, you're back.
Congratulations!
I hold the record for being arrested for non-violent civil disobedience in this town. Robbie's back.
Yeah.
Robbie's back.
Yeah, I'm already back. I don't even know what I got arrested for.
Say something.
I don't even...
Hey, we got 3 charges on you.
Hey,
I don't know what I was arrested for. I'm back now.
You got arrested for unlawful assembly, obstruction of justice, and camping.
That's what they said. 3 charges.
3, man.
Wow.
You're a big man.
I didn't know that. We got some bad
Hey, if they didn't tell you your charges, that's already improper.
I don't know what's going on. So, anyway, thank you.
Welcome back.
Wait, somebody update me. I just got.
Yeah, you haven't missed anything yet.
I have in my hand a criminal arrest warrant, which is United States of America versus Lieutenant Stacy Gregory. Criminal complaint.
We're building
the mic back on.
Library.
Right. Give us something useful to do.
And the reason for it is because they are totally violating the Constitution of the United States, and they have erected the city code of Sausalito above the supreme law of the land. That is called treason. I don't even want to repeat the word.
Spots over there, and there are spots available, but others are saying there's no more spots.
Active
Will you give up those spots?
From the day I was here, they knew they had no jurisdiction at the moment.
People here will say if they weren't.
No,
Nick was saying that. So I'm
You
listening.
can camp anywhere in Marinship Park. You're not enclosed by the fence.
But the enclosure is full. Is the enclosure full?
That's good too.
That's in their own ordinance. Marinship Park is all of Marinship Park is good for camping, not just the
Fenced off.
fenced up area.
Okay, good.
That's purely discretionary. Their own ordinance says all of Marinship Park.
Are there vacancies inside the enclosure?
Yeah, I don't know at this time.
But outside, a person could be outside.
Yeah.
And people are making their own little white picket fences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Like they
absolutely.
did here.
There's lots of room. So.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, on my head. Thank you.
Wow.
Bless you.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
How does it? Hey, how's it feel, brother? That's it. No, that's it. Come on, do the code. All right. Welcome back. Welcome back.
No problem.
There is, I am now authentically, publicly.
I was walking away with him. Stephen just grabbed my hand and arrested me. And so,
took you?
where they take you? They took me to county jail.
Oh, they did take you to county jail.
Did they book you? Take a picture of fingerprints?
Yeah, they booked me. They booked me up.
Well,
How'd you get out?
I got paid to come in.
Okay. How'd you get back here?
My dad right here.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Dad.
I'm proud of myself. We're proud of you, too. Thank you. I see that hat. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well,
So.
Yeah,
yeah.
Why is there a dumpster here? Why are they breaking?
Because they're going to clear everything.
What's the matter with following the law?
set up for people? Yeah, set up.
Is that a lie? Is that a lie?
Of course it's a lie!
Why is there a dumpster here?
It's a well-documented lie!
It says everything will be kept for the owners.
You're doing criminal shit!
That includes gardens, that includes tiny houses, that includes tents, that includes items inside. It says that the owners would be able to get it. Now why is there a dumpster here?
You got stuff here?
Why is there a dumpster here? I'm asking for everybody. Why, Steve, are you asking if I have stuff here? Yes, we can take a tour of it. Would you like to take a tour of Sunflower Community Garden number 4? Would you like to take a tour of it? Well, just you ask me, I'll show you. I'll show you. I'm not going to say I, me, mine. It's not as much in my vocabulary. But right there.
Chronicle your stuff so that we can keep it safe.
Oh, so wait. So it did not say that everything would have to be chronicled. It did not. It's not implied either. This is serious breaking of the law on the most vulnerable population.
You don't want to know what's in what's stored? How would you not?
I have just verified with my own eyes there is one space at Marinship Park. There are 10 people still here that do not have a place to go. Part of the criteria for the move that made it legal was that there was a place for us. You are moving us nowhere. You are breaking the law. Your 3-day notice is invalid. You listen to the address over there that only has 2 trucks in it. You guys are breaking the law, just so you know.
This is also a synagogue here, as we've been doing the Shabbos for 6 months.
You good?
Before that, we were in Galilee. Every Friday.
So I got my phone and I'll be
For homos and hippies, until we decide that something works. Spending our time on.
Michael? You said my fucking name. What?
What you're doing, I've given you 6 months warning. This is not a supply. And you, employees of the city of Sausalito, who has made a law putting themselves above the supreme law of the land, the Constitution of the United States, and the First Amendment. Then from there on, that in itself.
Hear the drone?
And because of the combination of you,
You hear the drone?
Yeah, it's been here all morning.
Oh yeah, off and on. Off and on, yeah, they keep on coming back.
Have my slingshot right now.
So it's gonna have the same.
We had a hawk train, then it'd be natural causes, right?
There you go. Oh, I love that one. Right?
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
He's a hawk trainer. See, now they're doing this here, right?
I don't know what they're doing.
So they're over here, they're distracting us. Hey, over at the house, guys. Look
Oh, look at these. They're pointing and shit.
Make sure you get that because they're going to have those things cost $12,000 to buy. So if they destroy that, they owe me $12,000. This one here is $30,000.
Can you guys please stand back a little bit, let them do their job?
What is their job? What is
Their job
their
is to clean up hazardous waste right now. That's the main thing that they're worried about. So they're looking for anything like that.
Thank
And all we're asking you to do is give them a safe zone so they can do their job. That's why we're here, just to maintain peace.
We all got a job to do, man. We won't get in anybody's way, I promise.
Corn fed, get on my cat.
Okay, well, what's at Costco?
Battery on the Daniel. Brand new battery. They just took out a Daniel.
Fenced off, how am I going to keep it alive? Where's this water going to come from? There's a bulldozer there, and there's a big dumpster.
Right, so whatever has happened between the courts and the city and everything else, determining where people can and can't be, that obviously is not appropriate. But things like kindergarten, I'd love to see. If things end up getting settled at Marinship, because I have no idea, because I'm not part of that, then I think it'd be great if they get back to
It's happening now. I'm saying it's happening now. And there was 3 other attempts before this. This is the 4th one. And it went through every, but I went through every legal avenue there was. This was direct action. This wasn't asking. This was doing. Right? Because asking wasn't working. We're only asking for, it's good that we're talking, but you're not the decision maker. Well, yeah, you're not the decision maker, right? There's a mayor and a city council and a clerk and a city manager. Why have they not ever? I mean, not just.
That's what's necessary.
Obstruction of justice and unlawful assembly is what they arrested Robbie for this morning. Camping, Robbie Summerton here. No. Camping, unlawful assembly, and obstruction of justice is what the Sausalito department already arrested Robbie for this morning. But guess what? Robbie's here because what they're doing is wrong, and their charges don't stick because their charges are lies.
Tell them.
That's all I have for now.
Right, so this is good. This is the only way because they would not pay attention to our demands, all of that. Now there's a lot of attention.
A speech, Robbie. Speech, Robbie.
Yeah, right now what we're witnessing, the city of Sausalito, the Bay Conservation Development Commission, the Richardson Bay Regional Agency, dispossessing an entire community of people. Homes have been crushed. This camp was formed by the misguided and cruel, unlawful policies of the alphabet agencies on the bay, of the city of Sausalito. They've dispossessed people. And now that they're dealing with the consequences of their actions, people coming together, and we created this community over 6 months. Now they're tearing it down. Now they're tearing it down, and they don't even know what they're doing. They're giving us notices that don't make sense. They're giving us, they're just coming in and doing what they damn well please. Arresting myself for what? Bringing me up to the county jail for what? I don't understand. I don't understand how we can have a society like this. That we can just, that this can even occur, that this even happened in the first place. So, again, I just want to reiterate that the Bay Conservation Development Commission, the Richardson Bay Regional Agency, and the city of Sausalito are violating the law. They're breaking, they're manhandling people, violating their rights, dispossessing our communities. And they need to be held accountable, and the world needs to see what's going on here today. They have, this is beyond the pale of what's going on. That we've had children taken away from their mothers just because they don't have a place to stay. When they're stopping housing from being built, that's what's going on. So thank you everybody for coming out today and bearing witness to what's going on, because it's not right.
Thank you,
Robbie.
Thank you, everyone.
Welcome back. Take pictures of your belongings, people. Yeah. Take pictures of your belongings.
Yeah, so
take pictures of your belongings.
Sure, he said it.
Yeah, I think that's right now. If people would go around and start taking pictures of everything that's here right now, making sure we have documentation. Yeah, right. For damages in the future, just take pictures of everything that's here right now, and then let's follow up and make sure that everybody can put that documentation somewhere where we can save it. And we already got. Thank you guys. Thank you Black Zebra Pro for coming out and documenting, and all the other good folks.
You're okay to film everything?
Yes, please.
If there's anything that we're not to be able to film, you let us know.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Do everything. Get all the documentation.
We are not anonymous. Hey, somebody's going to do an assessment, and there's going to be money involved, and you need proof.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually just go in and act like you're doing
Yeah. And I want to talk to Barbara right here. Had her home crushed by Curtis Hobble, and has come a long way from being dislocated.
Whose dog is this? Somebody needs to claim their dog.
Here, Barbara. Here,
Big dog over here. I don't want to.
Here, I'm gonna.
onto this?
Yeah.
Hi. My name is Barbara Chalet, and
Closer.
my ranch burned down in Sonoma County for foster youth and kids at risk in the Tubbs fire. I was leasing it, so I only had my Jeep and my 2 dogs and $800 in my Social Security. But I had a really nice little boat there in San Rafael at the harbor. So I came there and then realized that it was too dangerous. There was meth. There was all kinds of not good things happening. So then what I did is I said, okay, I'm going to get a berth over here at Pelican, just right down the road. And I came over. The boat was clean. It was licensed. It was tagged.
Don't occupy public space. Go home. Don't occupy public space. We pay taxes.
You got strength. You got the mic. One mic. One mic.
You're a minority here, baby. Go home.
Hey, you're going to be paying a lot more taxes when these people go to the internment camps.
Where's that cowbell?
You're going to be paying a lot more taxes when they up that bid. Yes. Hey, when they get that other $15 million from taxpayers for this destruction, you're going to be paying a lot more taxes.
Look at this mess. Look at this mess.
You're going to pay a lot more taxes whenever they get that $15 to $20 million bid for destroying this, and then they get some tax money. That's where they're getting it.
They're duping you. You're being duped as a taxpayer. You're being lied to. By the powers that be.
They have to destroy this so they can get that money. They have to destroy this to get that money. They wouldn't get it otherwise. $60,000 per cat for a city, and they're trying to up it by $15 million. You think you pay taxes now, buddy?
You had a good story.
Right on. He doesn't pay taxes. He lives on a sinking boat in that crappy harbor. He doesn't pay taxes. He barely makes it if he makes it.
So he's only 1 or 2 steps behind us.
Living on a sinking boat, pal.
So you're a paid crisis actor, sir? Are you a crisis actor? Because that's what it looks like.
Yeah, you're right.
We are not duped by the media, buddy. You're a minority here.
What are you
doing? A crisis actor.
Police per diem would come by my car, bang on my window.
Fire happened.
Oh, whoa.
There's enough people over there.
Who has an extinguisher? Has anybody gone to a patrol car? Maybe the guy that was leaving.
Get the kids out. Where are the kids?
Yay, fire extinguisher!
Here, watch out, watch out.
No, not. You let the fire extinguisher do it.
Oh, yeah, right. That's why we have big fire. I watch them let them burn all the time.
Great work, fellas.
Right here. Up, right above.
Get it.
What's in front of you?
Who's got another fire extinguisher in the car? Hey. None of you cops got a fucking fire
Is it empty
extinguisher?
already?
Get up behind
Yeah, up on the top of the hill too.
Robbie, were you expecting this today?
I wasn't expecting to come so far so early.
peace, love, and hugs. You won't be hooked on hard liquor, easy money, fast food, sex, and drugs.
Peace, love, and hugs.
Very confused. I mean, they gave the notice with the wrong address. They arrested me earlier today. I don't even know why. And now they're just
keep rolling out to the Y.
Everybody thinks
They
I'm
say they're trying to help.
actually Russians at the end.
No.
No. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
City of Sausalito is the most segregated, inequitable, affluent community in just about anywhere. And the fact of the matter is that the Bay Conservation Development Commission, Richardson Bay Regional Agency, they're destroying people's homes.
So what are they really trying to do?
They're just they're trying to corral people out of Sausalito and via an internment camp.
Can you blame them for not wanting you here?
Yes, we can, because they don't. We're human beings. We're human beings. People deserve. We have rights that are being trammeled from right here on the ground and over into the waterways, where basically because a very privileged community has decided that certain people don't fit in, that now they feel empowered to simply treat people however they feel.
At the end of the day, when you're kicked out of here, what do you do next?
Safety's number one, keeping our people safe, but really getting onto the Bay Conservation Development Commission and stopping the crushing of boats on Richardson Bay.
Will you go to that new park where they want you to be?
I think we're going to work with. We're going to make the best with what we have, but we're going to. I think it's time to get on the move and hold these people accountable.
That's right.
All across the Bay Area.
That's right.
All of these BCDC commissioners that have been pressure people.
They've openly robbed people and destroyed their property without due process, then they obviously can do whatever they want, which is what's going on here. There are no lines drawn to them other than what somebody says for them to do. They're not going by lawful measures, they're not going by what the law states, no protection of rights. This is just what's going on out in the water. Exact same thing. Complete desecration of rights. They don't exist. The rich people have to say, the poor people have nothing to say. And that's the way it's going down. And that's the way it's going to be worldwide like that. It's going to get worse and worse. And concentration camps are real. The FEMA camps are waiting to put everybody in there at some point. They're just waiting for regulations and rules and the effect of the people, being psychologically twisted and turned towards fear, doubt, and they can be run from one place to the other. The rich and the poor are completely beside themselves. They don't even know where the lines are drawn anymore. So it's a free-for-all.
So Rudy wants people on private property. Private property, right? Social workers. So all of that. Is it spent for the private property? Yeah. Which is better, closer to resources. You got showers, you got bathrooms, you got lower. So that's another location where they don't make any sense. But I hear it's all full now.
Yeah. Not as far as I know.
Well, you have to be careful when you got people safe.
Freedom of assembly issues for the redress of grievances. There's been a number of votes that have been taken unlawfully, chopped up, and removed of all property with no due process. But what about the crimes going on in the water?
All at the same time.
Going on the water. No due process at all. The property they're fencing on is the right of way on the map. It doesn't own nothing in that area, which is private property.
Scrape it out or something?
They are swept away. No process at all. It's awful. Unlawful activity. Let everybody choose what avenue they're going to go down. The script is written. The roles are there. But what role are you going to play in these last days? Who are you going to be?
dog. So it's important for you to know what role you are going to play in these last days, because we are definitely facing the greatest tribulation the world has ever seen. And the roles are there. The script is written. What role are you going to play in these last days? You better make your decisions, because the judgment seat is waiting for your presence, and you will face the Lord God. You're going to weigh everything you do and everything you say, whether you be a police officer, a public official, or an individual citizen here in this town. What's going down here is a crime by all laws all over the world.
Your Honor, everybody's leaving right now.
Right in here.
Legal observer.
Okay, you can observe.
I'm a legal observer.
Move out, please. Move out. We need to exit. Please. Please exit the area.
Okay.
I gotta bring those of you that do not leave, you will be arrested. Please leave.
Thank you. Get the fuck away here on the lawn. You're not invited.
You can take one too.
Hey, got your underwear for you.
Let's do it right now. You need to get something of value. We'll let you come back in individually. We need you to leave right now.
Where can they go? Where can, to be legal, you know, like tonight, today, where can they go to be legal? So if they go somewhere else and they camp somewhere else, will they be cited?
Exit the property.
You're making actually.
Yeah.
Work for every one of you.
I didn't think they were going to let you go.
Hurt everybody, but you made it treatable.
Excuse me.
Kenneth? Exit the property, guys.
We're coming forward. We say please back up. Thank you.
You guys have to exit the property.
I need to figure out what's happening with my friends right here. I just need to be able to make sure what's happening with my friends. Well, I can't hear, and I can't submit it to the judge unless I can hear.
You will be arrested. Right, I heard you.
With the media.
If you have a tent here, we will escort you back on to grab your stuff.
There's no spaces there.
Everybody off the property! Off the property! I know, I'm asking you to exit the property!
Filming this.
I know! Exit the property! Please, exit the property. You don't live here. If you have a tent, we will escort you back on the property, please. Exit the property, please. I highly suggest you exit the property, please. You will be arrested if you do not leave the property. Exit the property, please. Escort you back on. Please leave the property. We will escort you back on if you have a tent. Please leave the property. Please, you don't have a tent. Please leave the property.
I need to see what happens to my friends.
Please get out of the property.
I just want to make sure my friends are safe.
No, please leave the property.
I need to make sure
they're going to be fine. You can watch everything that you want.
I can't hear the conversation.
Please leave the property. Please leave the property.
So are you arresting
Please leave the property.
Is
Please
that
leave
what's
the
already
property.
happening? Is there
Please leave the property. Not yet. Please leave the property.
So-
We're giving everybody an opportunity to
Well,
please
that's
leave
why I'm trying to keep
peacefully.
my friends with me.
Yeah, well, they're not listening, obviously. Please leave the property. Exit the property, please. Exit the property, please.
You're breaking the law. Don't touch that woman.
I'm just legally observing, and I need to be able to be within earshot to be able to know what's happening. I mean,
You have property here.
no, I have friends there, and I have rights that they need their rights protected.
That does not matter. If you don't have
have property here that you need to retrieve. You already have your camera. Please move back behind the rail.
I just want to make sure they're safe.
They are going to be safe. We're recording.
Well,
we're going to figure that out. So
it seems like that's what I need to watch. I need to be able to see this. If what you're trying to do is, I mean, you should focus on those folks, and that way.
Yeah. They're going to clean up the property. What color is it? Then you can take it to court. Wow. It's not about oh, man. Not all. It's not that. Over there, we'll see after you get there.
what is the alternative offer of housing?
You'll have to
Nowhere for us to go.
I don't have that answer, but you can't
So then how can you force it out when
exit
we
the
don't
property
have
now. Exit the property now. Peter, please do us a favor. Okay, well, this is part of the
The dog got loose. I just got to double check the dog's not in there.
There's no dog. There's no dog in here.
It's over there. You'll make a...
Guys, back up.
It's in to use violence!
Can you move, please?
I want to make sure my friends are safe.
That'll be fine.
No, they're not going to be fine. If you arrest them, I need to observe that. That's what a legal observer does. I mean, that's really what we're trying to do. Is see what's happening. Make sure
I need you to move back. You're not going in.
I'm not trying to go inside. I'm trying to make sure my friends are safe. I'm just trying to make sure my friends are safe.
I don't care what you're trying to do right now.
I need to be able to hear.
I need you to go.
The judge, I won't be able to submit anything if it's way far in the distance. It won't make any difference. And that's why it needs to be closed.
Let's go.
I just need to be able to listen. I'm not hurting anything.
Come on. Come on.
Sorry, are you arresting those folks?
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Go. Come on, guys.
Please walk out. Lie down. Please walk out. Walk out. You have a three right there. Walk out.
We appreciate the floor, but we don't need it right now. I know.
Walk out now. Please walk out.
Let's go. Let's go. Come on. He's just asking everybody to leave. That's all we need. Let's go.
Well, I'd like my friends to come with me.
That's all right. That's all right. You can come and get your pot later. Thank you. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Let's go.
Why are you scared to watch anyone watch you arrest them?
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Time to go out. Let's go. Let's go.
Will there be a reckoning for these actions, these unlawful activities of the police? It's yet to be seen if there is any justice in Sausalito, California.
Let's go. Off the property, please. Let's go. Start exiting. Exit, please.
Are you planning to arrest my friends over there?
Exit. No, well, here, listen. I'm asking you to exit the property. You don't give us a choice, then we have to. So get off the property.
We shall not be moved.
Off the property.
Get your hands off him! Get your fucking filthy hands off of him! Stop clenching his arms!
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. Just like a tree that's planted by the water. Don't be on cliff.
Keep on doing me a favor.
Does anybody realize when they become a police officer that they're going to be a bully and an unlawful act?
He's way beyond the line. Come on, man. He's on this side of the line already. What more do you want?
Don't fucking touch me! Don't fucking touch me! Don't fucking touch me!
Sausalito, crown government.
That is the media. He is with the media.
Yeah, keep muscling that old man. Go ahead. What do you do?
Illegal observer.
You guys cannot handle the media like that. Keep on moving, folks.
See, and there's still folks inside. They don't want you. They don't want us to watch them
God
wrestle.
knows what will happen if you don't.
There's still folks inside the tent too.
Because of this shit. Fuckers.
Yeah.
Piss on all you motherfuckers.
This is the best thing that ever happened on this property. I can assure you that. People having the nerve to have a public hearing for redress of grievances. That's exactly what's been going on here. That's what you're disrupting, a peaceful assembly with unpeaceful measures on behalf of the government, not the people of Sausalito.
And in the servant, make sure it gets in there. Make sure this gets in there.
You are all chargeable. If we had real courts and real judges and real prosecutors and real defenders, this would not happen.
That's right. That's right.
It is an example of the lack of justice and righteousness in this county.
That's right. That's right. Amen, sister.
And you police are all a part of it.
Somebody's on the ground. Yeah, leg. And then there's still 2 or 3 people inside the tent.
Some of you enjoy it, but that's between you and God, who is watching you and knows your motivations, knows your purpose.
Off the property. That's right. That's right. Let's go. Out of here.
The Lord God will trouble you in your sleep to bring you to consciousness. It's up to you whether you confess your faults and your sins or not. Okay? Now you decide, but you will be held accountable. Everyone will be held accountable for every word they say.
Everyone. Every word.
Don't think that bad. Practice for God's judgment.
I need you to move. I don't want to. So you are willing to get arrested for it.
David,
Robert, off the property, please.
Let's go. Off the property. Let's go. Lawful order first. Let's go. Come
on, Robert.
Please move.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved like a tree. Never find it like
Orders are based on law and objection.
Okay, but keep on moving.
I'm a legal observer.
Keep on moving.
I can't see fine.
A corrupt government, a corrupt man, that's the free. That's what causes this kind of situation. Never a redress and grievances, not one opportunity.
What do you think?
Let me see how tall. Let's get Peter. Peter, come on, Peter. Hold on, everybody. We have a brick. An Englishman here.
No. Please move.
An Englishman.
He's not over there. There's nobody left. Nobody left there.
No.
Nobody left. Keep on moving.
Come on. There's nobody back there left.
There's 4 people back there.
Yeah, they all work for me.
Keep on moving.
They all work for me.
Come on.
Keep on moving.
Let's go. Move.
Keep on moving.
Move, please. Outside. Please move.
We have injured people in there.
Please move.
We have injured people.
They're getting taken care of.
You're the people that injured her.
They're going to get
No, they're not. They're not, because you're fencing us in, which is a violation of Article 16. What's your name? Yes, we are. Those are fencing. Article 16. Change to a violation. People that are handicapped or hurt, you're breaking the law. Fencing company. Fencing company.
Okay, follow your friends. They're going around the fence. Follow your friends.
I don't follow anybody else.
Well, I know. Not even horses. You ready? Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go.
I'm just trying to make sure everyone makes it aware.
Yeah, they will. They will. They will. Let's go. Yeah, you got this guy. Got to make sure the first guy's ready.
Let's go. Not sideways, out. Let's go. Keep moving, sir. Sir.
No, you don't get to go around. Go. Let's go.
Keep walking. Keep walking. Please just walk on your own. It's very simple.
I'm just worried about those folks back there. I don't want to see anybody get arrested. Yeah, but
we have no desire to arrest anybody.
You know, because
That
really...
guy was physically combative with us and we didn't arrest him.
Oh, the guy in the chair? No?
Are we arresting people?
I don't know. No. I mean, he got robbed this morning.
Because he wanted to start with it.
Actually, he was on this side of the line. You know, you're a police officer.
Thanks for peacefully leaving. Thank you very much.
What about...
They're not you.
Leave your badge numbers at the gate before you leave.
5268. Let's move.
Hey, Robbie, rally everybody together. Come on, Robbie.
So I guess
Over here.
my question was, you were in the encampment here, right?
Well, I'm not officially living here. I grew up on the bay.
Oh, gotcha.
The dry docks from way back.
Oh, gotcha. So you know what you told.
Roger Packer, most of our old people are old and have died. Who was here on the boat? Charles Van Dam, Juanita. My dad's from East Baton Rouge Parish, Louisiana. I got lucky enough to get out here. Grew up half here and half there. So I've been on, you remember, Presidio Yacht Club, St. Francis Yacht Club, Corinthian Yacht Club, sailboat racer, and
kind of a seafaring life.
Bicycle racer. Went to the Nationals and decided to give up this competition and fight. Dressing down for sports and all that.
Got it, man.
Right in the middle of it, 10 years after all the rest.
All right, we gotta keep an eye on this.
Poor Creole baby. All right then.
But well fed, I'll tell you that.
Very nice.
Take care of yourself.
Have you seen me?
Oh no. Like driving me insane. So you've been on there very good.
Oh yeah, I yell and scream at them.
Right? Like with authority, like,
Yes,
oh, you know, there's been a spike in crime. But it's the city council.
Spike in crime in Sausalito, watch out.
Disabuse that false information.
Yeah, right? Whole bunch of jaywalking and bicycle, you know.
Deliberately choosing not to do that.
Scofflawery.
They are
going on, huh?
No bicycles at City Hall, not a one. They've
successfully to not the solution, but to being part of the problem. You know, I'm not even asking for policy shift. And I told Nick just good, clean information. You know, they could get.
Oh yeah, that was and I didn't pull over and have a bike and that lasted for a while. And then finally, like 1 month, I did pull over. And he goes, "Why did you pull over?"
You know, it could have been avoided had the city council.
No, yeah, I'm pals with everybody. I'm saying the friendship's got to be. It's so deep. It's so deep, you know.
Well, it's so infuriating because, you know, that's something that people could do, you know, is just calm the neighbors. And the other thing that you know, people don't realize is there is a lot of community support. People who are housed, you know, people who own houses here, who think, look, these are the most vulnerable people around us. They've set up camp behind a football field of toxic dirt. It's not done people. And, you know, and they've moved into Marinship, which is actually a park a lot of people use. So it's just they just want to get people out of sight. You know, that's what it seems like. But their resolution about we're committed to compassion and dignity, I think, you know, makes everything else they say almost suspect. And I have to say, the police and the anchor have had like really great, you know, relations during this period. And, you know, so here are people on the ground trying to, you know, find a peaceful cohabitation and cooperation. And I feel like the city council has, you know, instead of building on that great groundswell of you know, growing relationships, you know, they have let rumor mongering and fear fester without being officially countered. So,
Okay, officers, I just want to point out the fact
I think that I'm really curious about, you know, like their self-styled liberals, you know, because I know liberals who are Christian about and that means like one of
file for reimbursement to who?
The city has a form online. You can file with them.
How about you guys just don't destroy other people's property? Private property. How about you move your property? Cool too.
What? What do you mean move it? What do you mean move it? What do you mean move it? This is a public area. Not
being closed down. So you knew that.
But they'll be back tomorrow. Huh? The next day.
Huh? I tell you, you're leaving. Here, let me have this.
They will be back tomorrow.
So I go to your house, which you hide and do not tell, probably not in Sausalito, because he probably can't afford it. And I tell you, you have, I don't know, a week, 3 days, to decide what to do. Now the question is, what do you do? What do you do? And don't think this won't happen to all of you when they get to that stage. First they came for the homeless. They're called Nazis. It was not a very sweet ending to the deal. Mentally ill, communists, socialists, gypsies, and Jews, and then everybody they could get their hands on as their system went down to destruction. So remember, don't attach yourselves to something that is as temporary as this. Just as we did not do that with a temporary restraining order. Temporary restraining order enabled us to legally be here. It doesn't end. This case is still active. It is. Okay, we're not going to be distracted by fiberglass clouds, yes or no. We don't judge everything by a tiny detail.
Amen.
We look at it all and it's all connected.
Yes.
Just because fences seem to disconnect it for a very temporary period.
Right.
So if this is your enjoyment, enjoy. Enjoy. We'd love to talk to the leaders, the ones who tell you what to do, if they talk to us, but they do not. They do not. They run in the other direction, not because I'm swearing at them, because I'm not rich like them in money. Okay? That's kind of how it works a little bit here in Marin County.
NIMBY bootlickers!
We had more African Americans here today in Sausalito than any time in the 20 years that I've lived here. Hallelujah to that.
People from all over the Bay,
You know what hallelujah
people from
means?
everywhere are going to be watching
Praise
this
God.
now. They're watching. And as you judge in your own mind, yes or no, on whether it's good to be doing what you're doing, they're going to be doing the same thing. Only they don't get a salary for it. Neither do we. Okay? Real work is work. So to open up Sausalito isn't going to be a day project. Not going to be a month. Not going to be a year. But it's going to be so wide open. You wouldn't believe it. Not wide open for money and corruption and madams smoking cigars where it says no smoking. You know? Like, of course, if a rich guy does a crime, well, whatever. You know. He's got a nice car and look at his daughter, you know, however that happens. But when he's got a lawyer, that's right. Oh yeah, he's got a high-paid lawyer who knows the judge. And now the policeman is scared, really scared. But for poor people, you know, we have a lawyer too. A couple street lawyers as well. They're learning quick, really quick. And violence won't work to take them out.
Well, what are you guys doing right here?
Jeff.
The same thing.
What are we doing? We're committing violence. We're coming to your home and we're telling you you can't live there.
You're refusing to remove yourself from something that's been posted.
Let's try this again. They say we should remove ourselves from the Bay, and many people say all anchor out's gone. That's okay. Hold on. That's called eradication of a culture and genocide. That's genocide. That's a serious war crime.
You're going too far.
What do you mean going too far? Hey, take on a culture and see what happens. I'm Jewish. Plenty of people under law take on our people every couple years. You know.
Pick up a history book.
Yeah, that's how you read the history about it. And what do we do? By law. That's by law. They do it.
Well, I can't hear you all at the same time.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. By law. By law. It's like I don't know about it. It's a public area. Well, they told that to the Jews, and we're still fighting. Why am I here? Why am I here? Answer that. Why am I here? Okay.
Tell me why you're here.
Justice. Jubilee.
God in heaven.
Jubilee. Because this is God's earth, not a person
God said there will be
that
Jews
stole
to the
it.
last
This
moment.
is public property, so everybody.
I get it. Everybody has a right to every single inch, and the anchor outs have a right to none of it.
How come everybody's got kicked off
Not a
public
step.
property? It's public property.
Not a step.
The right to survive is worth more than the right to be comfortable.
Not able to be used by anybody else.
Anybody can use it.
No, everyone was welcome.
You know what happened to Josie Park?
Sorry,
It was
Steve,
3
that's complete
years
bullshit,
at
dude.
a fence.
People need to exist
And
somewhere.
They've done
Come
nothing
in.
to it.
There was no
nothing.
fence.
Not cut down the
How can you
trees,
say that
not
no
made
one was
more
allowed to come
parking
in?
lots, not destroyed it. Okay?
How can you
and
say
this,
explain
and then
it?
put
When your
so-called
tent's
toxic
right there, how
dirt.
can someone stand right there?
Stand where?
When you have a tent there in the spot, how can a person stand in that spot?
Huh? Oh, you have a right to stand everywhere, and we have a right to stand nowhere. Do you believe that? You have a right to go everywhere, and we have a right to go nowhere.
Well, they got a cooler. What do they got the cooler for?
What's going off, Jeff?
I'm not you. Wait. Let's try
I'm
this
just saying,
again.
public property.
Everybody has a
Wonder where the cooler's for.
I'm glad somebody's going off.
Player free accommodation to all its citizens therein. It's called Jubilee. I just told you. Now you know. Now you know.
Those folks are still there.
Sausalito. This should not be. This is a crime. Under code of law. You guys are just hired thugs. Police are just becoming hired thugs. No law and order whatsoever.
Nice, good catch. Thank you. Appreciate
There's a
it.
signature on a piece of paper that it's okay. But you know what? Every single individual has to take an oath of office.
and you are all violating your oath of office voluntarily. So would you call the Sausalito police the not-so-finest? We got the not-so-finest here?
Well,
good job, guys. Wow, you overcame a bunch of people that really didn't need to be overcome. Congratulations.
What a victory, huh?
Legit nationwide.
Nationwide? Well, how can someone get that shirt?
Dunphy Park was fenced off and destroyed.
I'll point you. There he is, right there. Right, that's the guy.
Which one?
They're not still in there, are they?
Oh, who?
He's got the shirts.
You got the shirts?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Wes.
Wes.
He brought the bullhorns.
Oh,
Sneaky.
beloved Wes.
Trying.
Amen.
Right.
So how can we get a hold of you so you get shirts like that?
I just wanted to mention that on CBS there was a statement made by the CBS person that the owner did not want us on this property or the people that are camping here.
But the right-of-way they have nothing to say about. I hope that you would mention the right-of-way when you give your report this time, that they are kicking people off of the site. The area they're being fenced off and shoved out of is a public right-of-way, not the property owner, the private property owner, which is over there. Do you notice there's no fence over there? There's nobody being bothered over there. They were all shoved off of this area where the road goes right through and there's a public right-of-way. Thank you.
That's right, there's this road, right? It's this road.
Yep, it's
not
the
even
road.
Public, it's not even a public park. Right of way.
It'll take them all day to work their way over to the other side.
Yeah. I guess from what Anne Marie was saying, they have to individually cite every single person.
Then I said,
serve them, yeah.
Serve every single paper. So.
Lord God, behold, I do not know how to speak, for I am only a youth. God had said, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I consecrated you. I appointed you a prophet to the nations. God says, do not say I am only a youth, for to all to whom I send you, you shall go. Whatever I command you, you shall speak. Do not be afraid of them, for I am with you to deliver you, declares the Lord. Then the Lord put out his hand, and he touched my mouth. And the Lord said to me, behold, I have put my words in your mouth. See, I have set this day over nations and over kingdoms, to pluck up and to break down, to destroy and to overthrow, to build and to plant. And the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Jeremiah, what do you see? And I said, I see an almond. I see an almond branch. And the Lord said to me, you have seen well, for I am watching over my word to perform it. The word of the Lord came to me a second time, saying, what do you see? And I said, I see a boiling pot facing away from the north. And the Lord said, out of the north disaster shall be let loose upon all the inhabitants of the land. For behold, I am calling all the tribes of the kingdom of the north, declares the Lord. They shall come, and every one shall set his throne at the entrance of the gates of Jerusalem. Against all its walls all around, against all the cities of Judah, I will declare my judgments against them for all their evil in forsaking me. They have made offerings to other gods and worship the works of their own hands. But you dress yourself for work, arise, and say to them everything that I command you. Do not be dismayed by them, lest I dismay you before them.
You can call in and see when they're going to have it inventoried. You can go in there and get back what is yours. You can call in and see whether or not your shit has value.
Oh, yeah.
So if that bud has your name on it,
I'll let you know.